as access to credit, or rather availability to credit. Looking at the financial sector there's been quite an increase in interest rates when it comes to loans and such. Some of the questions that are already streaming in on our various platforms, Kenyans are asking then, what does the budget have in store for them? In a few minutes there, exactly 20 minutes, so if they're going to be keeping time, we're going to be hearing from CS Ndongo over the same. Perfect photo up there. We can see the CS National Treasury, Professor Ndongo, flanked by his PSs there. We have Chris Crypto on the far end, and we're also seeing Dr. Thuge there at the infamous steps of Treasury buildings there, where we have our reporters, Trevor and Alanoko, who've been keeping tabs on that. The budget is earmarked for 4.006 trillion shillings. One of in as far as the lion's share pie sector, we've seen education is likely to get the largest piece of the pie, but also we have 2.24 trillion shillings going to the executive there, being part of recurrent and development expenditure for 724.4 billion shillings, while recurrent carries 1.4 trillion shillings. This is the largest budget yet if you compare it with what we had in the financial year that is lapsing in the next 2 weeks or so. And we've had a series of changes when it comes to the budget policy statement there. We've had supplementary budgets there that either have had allocated additional funds to various sectors. We had an issue with matters of drought earlier in the preceding year, that is in 2022-2023, that affected how government spent the monies then. And in this financial year, 2023-2024, the country has been grappling with the issue of increased rainfall there, and we had to have various sagas and MDAs chipping in and trying to assist government put the matter in check there. So over the last 1 year or so that is lapsing, that's the fiscal year 2023-2024, we've had a series of changes when it comes to matters of the policy in terms of the budget. But now we have a draft that indicates that government intends to spend 4.006 trillion shillings in the next financial year there. Questions abound on, the Tax Procedures Act. Let's have a listen in there. Let's have some sound from Treasury buildings.
Directors only. Pass by. Directors only. The Directors General, Principal Secretary, the Central, and the Commissioner General Care.
Buildings there. In our subsequent bulletins there, we will be getting to know exactly what we have seen on the screen there, who they were and what indeed they intended with their interruption of that particular ceremonial display at the Treasury buildings steps. Well, we are yet to find out if the CS National Treasury, that is Professor Ndongo, if he's going to be walking to Treasury buildings or if he's going to be using his official vehicle to get to the Parliament buildings there, where he's expected to present that particular draft budget draft for 2024-2025. We have seen over the last few years various cabinet secretaries of National Treasury either opting to walk or using their vehicles there. It's an opportunity for color. Each doing, it's not stipulated as to how the briefcase and the man of the moment is going or is expected to get to Parliament, it is just expected that he arrives at Parliament and gives that much awaited speech presentation of the proposed budget. What is very unique about this particular budget is that after the National Assembly Finance Committee presented this particular Finance Bill 2024-2025 that heavily constitutes on how government intends to raise monies and how it intends to spend these monies that are going to be raised in this financial year. We then proceeded as a country to participate in a public participation to give views from individual capacity, at an individual level, even corporates, as to what the proposals have been put across. And it has been quite a mixed bag of beans there. Some proponents saying that it is a draft that is well in line with government's better economic transformation agenda there. And critics coming out to say that it lacks a vital component that is addressing the high cost of living that Kenyans have been grappling with